Hello everyone, how are you today? It's Kay. So this is the 4th of December and this is on Saturday. So I hope you're having a great weekend. So yeah, let me quickly get ready to start the session today. So since markets are closed today, every Saturdays I talk about psychology or money management related topics. So today's topic is about psychology, and as title says, I would like to talk about the trader psychology. Think about both sides of the coin. And this is related to trades, but related to other things in life. So hopefully you learn something new in this live stream. Right, so let me change screen and get started. Alright, so as a quick disclaimer, as usual, the content is based on my own experience and knowledge. So when you take trades, please do at your own risk. And since this is live stream, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. Because after all, we're all here to learn. Alright, so let's see. I start to see many people joining today, so thank you for joining everyone. Karim, Roger, Harshal, Archback, and Vipin, Wong, and Made, and Voon, Kush, and Blackwater, Alexander, Digiadi, and Atrusitaram, Rajko, Forex, Magician, and Tashi. Thank you for joining. Great to see you. Alright, so yeah, so today's topic is about think about two sides of the coins. And before I get into the topic, I would like to mention about the result of the poll from last week. So thank you for the votes, everyone. I got these 207 votes from last week. And the question was, how do you manage anger while trading? And I put four options, and take more trades, talk with a friend, and eat a lot, and other. Please comment. So in case if you haven't participated this yet, please do right now. Please write on chat and let me know how you deal with the anger while trading. So most likely anger happens when you're in a loss. When you're in a win, then most likely you won't be angry. Maybe you will when you take profit, and after take profit, the market goes towards the direction more, and you miss these pips. In that case, you might be angry, you might be frustrated, but most likely, anger comes when you're losing. So, how would you manage the anger while trading is today's topic. So, I was surprised that the 23% is take more trades. I thought this is the least, but looks like by taking more trades, you manage anger, and that is not good. That's not good. You take more trades, and you might lose more, because that would be like a revenge trades, and emotionally, it's not really good, not recommended. So talk with a friend is good. You can talk with a friend. You may not be able to talk about the loss or anger in the trading, but by talking to someone, friends, family, then that will actually decrease the emotion. So that's good. And also eat a lot also is an option. Yeah, and other. Other is 46%, and we have many comments today. So let me scroll down and introduce some of the comments here. So let's see. He says, close all positions and stay away from the charts. From my experience, all of my major losses happened when I was angry. So if I'm raging at the market, I close all positions, profitable or not. I can always jump back tomorrow. There is no rush to make money. If I need to blow off some stream, follow the footsteps of CIS and play some fighting games. I don't know specifically which game he played, but it's close enough for me. So yeah, playing games is also good. You can actually release stress by playing the games. Yeah, that's what CIS does. CIS is a great game player. So yeah, he loves to play. He spends so much money in his games. He's famous of a big game player. But yeah, I think the first line is good. Close all the positions and stay away from the charts. I think that's good. Yeah, simply staying away from the charts is a good solution to reduce anger. And also, let's see. Presno, he says, I stop and learn again about structure of that particular pair. I realized in lower time frame may market manipulation, so I learned to use bigger picture while eating a lot. Okay. So you eat a lot and you try to focus on the bigger picture of the market. Yeah, I agree. When you lose, you might be looking at a lower time frame. You might be losing in 5 or 15 minute time frame. So make sure after you close the position with a loss, you have to always come back to bigger time frame. You never stick to lower time frame and look for another entry chance. You have to step back and see bigger picture and break it down to the lower time frames again to look for an entry edge. I think that's a good idea. And also learn about the structure of that pair. So you can backtest on that pair. And after you become confident, you come back to the real charts. Yeah, that's what I did when I was losing. I used to run Forex Tester until I get confident, and then I come back to the real charts. So that's a good idea also. All right, good to see you everyone. Thanks for joining, Hussein and Azarine and Daryl, Robert. All right, Mialina, good to see you. Meliana, sorry, good to see you. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Sarah, he says, I pray my prayer with my humility and I do it, I increase it so that my heart calms down. Read noble Quran or listen to it calmly. That's nice, that's nice. Meditation works also. Reading this noble Bible, or reading your Bible also helps calm yourself down. And I also do meditation. So that's a good idea. All right, James says, I go take a relaxing bicycle trip. So that's good. Simply, you stay away from charts and do some exercise is also good to release stress. All right, play some games also, all right? Go back to journal and laugh at myself failure, okay? Yeah, nice to take journal. Yeah, when you lose, make sure to take journal. You have to put down the number of entry chance, entry level, and exit level, and analyze how many pips you lost. And also, when you exit, make sure to take a screenshot so that you can look back these losing trades. And after 1 month, you look back these losing trades, and you might see some losing patterns. Then you can improve on these losing patterns in backtesting or the next real trades. All right, let's see. M-Plant says, if trading has made me angry, then this means I have made a bad mistake I should have seen. For whatever reason, I did something too fast. Traded before I had a complete plan, rushed it. Basically, I have reason to be angry with myself. At this point, the best thing to do is to take a break for a bit. I probably already know where I screwed up, so come back later or the next day and carry on. Yeah, that's good, yeah. So step back simply and take a break and come back afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, so come back later. You can come back like a couple hours later or tomorrow. Yeah, simply when your emotion settles down, you come back to the chart. But when you're still seeing yourself as emotion, then you never come back to the charts. it may take a couple of hours or it may take days until you settle down. But no matter how many days, how many hours it takes, we better be brave to stay away from the charts. All right, Archback says, leave chart to cool off by doing what relaxes me. That's good. Yeah, relaxing. You can listen to music, you can meditate, you can walk outside. Walking on the forest is also good. You see, you can feel the nature and walk by yourself, and that's also very good for relaxing yourself. All right. Steven says, hit myself with a lot of strength. Okay. Don't beat yourself. Yeah, don't do it. You may get more angry with this pain. Okay, so let's see. If EFEK says, when any bad emotions, incoming fear, aggression, anger, I stop trading immediately. Close my eyes and concentrate on the deep breath. Then make a cup of good tea and focus on drinking my tea. Just drinking tea. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So that's basically like very close to meditation. You close your eyes and take a deep breath and reset your emotion. Yeah, that's good. Actually, in my apartment, there is one vacant room, and I'm actually building the meditation room in that room. It's a small room. It's a made room, but no one is using the room, so I'm thinking to build this meditation room. So I'm planning to go to furniture store sometime next week or the week after, and buy some furnitures for this meditation room. But yeah, that's also a solution. You don't have to have a room for meditate, but just sit down in a calm and quiet environment, ideally, dark area without windows, and sit down, close your eyes, just 5 minutes, and then take a deep breath, and that will actually reset your emotions so much. When I was in Japan, I used to go to Kyoto and practice meditation in the temple, and that was my routine every 3 months. But now, of course, I can't do it, and I'm in Dubai, but I do it myself still. All right, let's see. Easy says, staying away from the charts like what I'm doing now. All right. Chris says, just leave the chart. It's part of business protocols where ego will eat your life. Yeah. Never let your ego take you. Okay. Give by your says dancing. Okay, moving your body, exercise is good. Justin, I watch case videos. All right, thank you for that. Yeah, if it releases anger, then that's good. That's good. I hope I don't make you angry more by my voice and videos. That's good. MK says, note down what are the possible reasons why I'm angry. Okay, that's good. You look into yourself and take memo on why you're angry. All right. And then you might see the pattern of angry. Maybe you're angry not because you're losing, but you are in rush for the result. That might be the cause of anger. So it's nice to look into the reason of the anger. Yeah, so yeah, let me see some other comments. I will screen quickly. I traded the bot. Okay, bots have no emotions, that's true, but the result can give you an emotion. If you keep losing by bots, then you might be angry. Okay, Florence says, stop trading, monitoring charts, make plans and see what happened on these plans. Okay, good. When I'm angry, I try to make some flower tea, like chamomile tea, and reduce stress. Yeah, chamomile tea works very well. Yeah, you can sleep also with that tea. Watch movies, anime, and Korean drama, okay? So in psychology, in therapy, when you're angry, then if you see someone angry, then it can reduce your anger. So if you're angry, then we can watch some action movie, or you can watch some like a drama where people get mad at somebody, and then that will release anger. This is like we see like same like sympathy to somebody else, and that will reduce the anger, and that's also the part of group therapy. So for example, when you're sad, then talk to other sad people, then that will cure your sadness. So when you're losing trades, then talk with someone who are losing also, and then these two persons can release the stress from loss. So yeah, you can try that. You can watch some movie where the actresses get mad so much, then it can reduce anger also. Okay, I may watch your video, alright? Thank you for that. I hope it doesn't make you even more angry. Alright, exercise is good. Take a long walk, jogging, sleep. Alright, that's good. Go to gym, sleep. Alright, that's good. Okay, so yeah. So exercise works, meditation works, and also watching some movie, playing some game, talk to a friend or family, drinking nice tea. Yeah, so if you can combine everything, then you can release stress. Yeah, but I would say the most effective way to release emotion when you're angry is, for myself, is to meditate. That's basically what I do. And I do see many comments on the chat. So yeah, let's see. Andrew says, yeah, hold on. Yeah, in terms of FTMO or proprietary trading firms, I never joined and I never will. I only manage my own money, and that's what I like to do. Yeah, trading journal also helps. Roger says, yeah, my journal revealed my biggest mistake while trading. Yeah, it's important to see patterns. When you only focus on one single trade, then you can't see patterns. But after a number of trades, you see patterns. You see losing patterns. You see winning patterns, and it helps a lot also to avoid the same mistakes over and over again in the future trades. In terms of meditation path, meditation steps, I don't really take. Simply, I sit down on the chair, close my eyes, and after 5 minutes, I open. Yeah. All right, being away from the charts. All right, that's good. Only trade when it's worth it from the monthly chart. Okay. Trader Steve says take a nap. Right, taking a nap is also good. Okay, yeah. So after you lose, then take a nap is a good idea. All right, so yeah, so today, since the title says, think about both sides of the coin, let me get to the main topic for today. And I have a slide, so let me show that slide. Let's see, where is it? Here. So yeah, so basically, when I see charts and when I take trades, this is the topic, both sides of the coin. So this is also reducing your anger and stress when you take trades. And this is the idea of I got when I was losing for the first 2 years. So as you already know, losses do happen. Losses do happen. So you have to admit, you have to really believe that the losses do happen. No one keeps winning and no one keeps losing. Losses are the part of the process to make profit in the long run. So when I was losing though, I get so stressed, and especially when I blew up first account, I got so much stress, so I got depressed, and I was under medication. So while I was under medication, I met one of the words, and that's something that I want to introduce today. And that word is called ryobo. Ryobo. So ryobo, Chinese character, looks like this. So if you can read Chinese, then you might know what it means. But this part, the first part is called ryo, and the second part is called bo in Japanese. And ryobo simply means both forget. So ryo means both, and bo means forget. So direct translation in English will be both forget. So what that means for both forget is you have to forget about both sides of the scenario. So when you take a trade, for example, let's say you take a buy, the market goes up. According to Ichimoku, the market goes up. So you get the confirmation and you take a trade. You take buy. But when you buy, not only that it forget you're taking the buy, but also you have to forget about the market reverses backwards. So that means you have to be neutral every time you take trades. So that's forget about the both sides. So like I mentioned on title, all coins has both sides. But you have to forget about the both sides. And we have to be neutral in tradings. But when you hear about, forget about the both sides, forget about the direction of the market, it is impossible, right? Because we're here to trade and we're here to make profits by the fact that the market goes towards a direction. So, you can't really forget the both sides. You can't really forget which way you are trading. So term forget here is like example. So specifically, you can't forget, but the main key is to be neutral in your tradings. As Goichi Hosoda, the original creator of Ichimoku, also says, you have to be neutral in tradings. So you have to trade as if you have no positions. When you see market, for example, like here in this chart, Euro Swiss franc, in the daily chart, it's going down now. Let me take this Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. And when you see this chart, it's downtrending. So it also broke the support. So you think that this is going down because it's bearish. Below Tenkan-sen, Kumo down, Kijun-sen down nicely, and Kumo thick enough, and this is down. And the Chikou span below the candles, so this is bearish. So you take a sell and expect the market continuously to be bearish. And that is also good because this is downtrending, and that's basically what I say every time I screen charts and give you some analysis. But at the same time, you have to think about the other way. The market turns bullish from here. You have to think about the other way to see the market as a neutral way. So if you have no positions right now on this pair, then let's say next Monday the market goes up, and next week the market goes up to the Kijun-sen, you don't feel anything because you're not in a trade. But let's say you take a sell right now, then let's say the market goes backwards next week, then you might get frustrated, you might get emotion because you are selling and you are losing on that trade. So we are biased towards anything. We have bias, and that's not a bad thing. Bias actually helps us to be creative. The bias is important, but we tend to have bias towards one side is a question, or is a problem. So when you see market, we only talk about either up or down. So in this case, the market is downtrending, so you only see the market as downtrending. You never see that this is uptrending, or you never think about the market goes up from here, because we are biased on downtrend in this particular market. Or right or wrong, we tend to judge things either right or wrong. Or we tend to judge things either win or loss. Sorry, I changed it to loss. So yeah, so it's like so this particular trade I won, but this particular trade I lost. So win or lose is also the bias towards one thing, one side of the coin. So basically we have bias of this or that. So the term renewable suggests you to forget two extreme sides so that we can leave bias towards either side. That is the key for today's topic, so that we can reduce anger when you are losing or when you are doing not so good on your trades. But the question is, how can you forget about two extreme sides, and how can we not think about the market with bias? And the way to practice renewable, the concept mindset of renewable, is by thinking about two sides to find the third option. So this is the key for today. You have to think about both sides, two scenarios, to think about, to come up with a third option. So you can actually do so by thinking these two things. What happens if I do A? Or if you are trading, then what happens if the market goes to A direction? And what happens if the market goes to B direction? You have to think about these questions deeply and come up with the answer so that you can have the third option. The third option may be something that you weren't seeing it when you were analyzing the markets before you take trades. But after you take trades, it might be too late to think about these things. So before taking trades, I recommend you to think about both scenarios. If the market goes this way, then what should I do? If the market goes that way, then what should I do? Always think about it in mind and monitor charts every day. So I do use Ichimoku and I do analyze charts in direction, but on the other side of myself thinks that the market might turn from here and goes bullish. But with that in mind, I take trades, and that's why I can have a very good risk management, because I also think about the other side of the coin. So let's say, so taking this as an example, so let's say the market is trending down now. So what I usually do is, if I see daily chart downtrending, then I go down to 1 hour chart. And in 1 hour chart, it's flat Kumo flat Kijun Sen. And in the 30-minute chart, it's also flat, I think. It's also flat. So let me come back to the market where is downtrending. So let's say somewhere here. You can see that the Here in 30-minute chart, the Kumo down, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below the candles, and the market broke the support. So, let's see, coming back to this pair, the market broke the support, and I can see that there's a nice breakout. So this is when I look for the selling edge, and I go down to 5-minute chart, and simply this time, let me just talk about the price action. So since higher time frames are going down, I expect the market goes bearish in 5 also. So first of all, I expect the market goes down on the reverse end wave consecutively. So it may go down like this in I wave is one of the scenarios. But that's not it, right? This is downtrending, so it may pull back and push back and pull back and continue to be downtrending. So that will be the second scenario for this bearish trend. But also, we have to think about the other way, because no market is 100%. We don't see the future, so we can't have bias towards the future direction and markets. So if the market goes up, then what should we do is also we have to think about before you take trades. So not only that it goes up on the I wave, it may go up on the N wave, bullish, and it may break the resistance level, or it may break this double top and continuously goes up also. That will be also a scenario. So the question is, if the market goes against you, then when you exit is also should be considered before you take trades. And this alone can reduce the anger and emotion, because you also think about the other side of the coin. However, we tend to bias on this bear trend only, and you start to perhaps believe that the markets go down. But if the market reverses backwards from here, then you may be upset and you may have anger. So to prevent from that, you have to think about the exit timing. In this case, when it goes bullish, then when to exit should be also considered. And this is not only the scenario. We have actually the third scenario from here, and that is the market goes into range from here. The market could go range for the next couple of hours, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, it may go range. In that case, what would you do? Would you exit or still hold to be also considered before you take trades? And then you take the sell from here. So yeah, so this is what I usually do before taking trades. So in this example, let's say we take a sell here at 1.0390, and I put the stop loss above the previous high and make sure that this is not too tight. In this case, this is only 13 pips or 14 pips, and this is too tight for stop loss. So I will take the second previous high, which is over here. And this is at, let's see, 19 pips of stop loss. So yeah, Swiss franc pairs usually have spiky volatile, and the spread can increase a bit sometimes. But I think 19 pips of stop loss is just good. So this will be my trade. I take a sell. So from now, I will move the candles one by one and see how it goes. If it goes bearish, then I will talk about the stop loss management. But when the market reverses backwards, then I will talk about an exit timing. But one by one, as I monitor these candles, I will express exactly what I feel and what I think about this Ryobo mindset. So let me just move one more. Okay, so the market broke the support. So it goes towards my direction. But here, I don't really be happy because it may shoot up and goes upwards. So that also should be into consideration. When you see the breakout, you may be happy and you might not think about the market reverses backwards, but all the time, you have to think that in mind. If the market goes upwards and end wave, then I will close in this case. So let's see if it goes down or up continuously. So here's next candlestick. So now what I think is that this is doji and this is engulfing. Let me enlarge. Let me zoom in. So this is candlestick pattern, but we have engulfing structure here. So let's say if the market breaks this engulfing resistance at 1.0390, then the market may go up continuously. But if the market breaks 1.0385, then it tends to go down this way. So I would hold and see which way the market breaks. And usually when you see engulfing, the market tends to be engulfing a couple more candles like this. So I also expect this scenario too. And with that in mind, I monitor charts. So when I backtest, I do this. And when I take the real trade, I also monitor in this mindset. So let's carry on. Okay, so now there was bearish candle, but there is another engulfing. So this is still inside. So the next candlestick can be also inside. But once it breaks support, it may continue to go down. So with that in mind, I monitor chart. So let me just move one more. Okay, still engulfing. So now we have 3 candles engulfing. This is in 5-minute chart. So for the 15 minutes, the market is not moving. But like I mentioned before, this was also expected. So I have no bias right now. I have no anger, no bias, and no emotion. I simply wait until it breaks either direction. So let's see the next candlestick. Okay, still engulfing. So now we have waited 20 minutes, but still the market is not really moving. But because you thought this scenario ahead, you don't feel emotion. So next candlestick. Okay, the candlestick close didn't break. There was a wick, but the candlestick itself didn't break. So this is still considered to be range. So we have to monitor continuously. So one more. Wow, so look at this. The market shoots all the way up and it broke this engulfing upwards now. So from here, so this one was also taken into consideration. If the market goes upwards, then where would you exit is the question. So eventually it didn't break, but it broke upwards. So would you exit here or not is a question. So myself, I won't exit until the market breaks the previous high here, which is 1.0398. And my stop loss is here. So if I exit here at the breakout, that will be most likely around 1% risk. So I will move one more, but before that, I will create a few scenarios from here too. The market, the next candlestick, because we have big bullish candlestick, next one also could be a big bullish candle. And it might touch a stop loss. And I might take 2% loss. And if this 2% loss is acceptable in my psychology, then I just wait for the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But since we have big bullish candle, the market can be also ranging and engulfing for the next couple minutes. So that's also taken into consideration. And with that in mind, I keep monitoring the chart. So this is about the price action and the candlestick patterns, but this is basically what I do as I monitor the chart. So let's just move on one more. Okay, we have doji. Okay, so now that we have doji, when the market breaks the doji here, when the market breaks the doji here, then I will for sure exit. So yeah, so let's see. When the market breaks the doji, I will put the resistance level 1.0399. If it breaks that level, then I will exit. But if it turns to be bearish still, then I will keep holding because it may turn bearish on the reverse N wave continuously in this direction. So let me just move on one more. Okay, still ranging another pin bar. Okay, now looks like the market turns out to be bearish. So I don't close and I keep holding. But from here, I also create scenario. The market may continuously go down this way on the reverse N wave, like this on the big reverse N wave, and the market may continuously go down this way. But if the market breaks the previous doji, then it becomes a bullish N wave, and the market may go up this way. Or it may be in sideways. So with this in mind, I monitor chart. So now let's move on. Okay, we have engulfing structure, inside bar, and okay, so now we have bullish candle. So from here, it may become bullish in the wave. And once I confirm the bullish in the wave, then I will close because this is against the major direction. But it may be resisted and still go down this way. So we have to, in this case also, we have to think about the both sides of the coin. So let's monitor together, see which way it goes. Right, next one is engulfing, but it may become bullish in the wave for exit. Okay, still ranging right now. It may become double top. Okay, now the market is going down. Okay, it's going down. Okay, so now the market is at the support level. But here, it may be supported and breaks the support level and continuously go down. Or it may be double bottom and the market may go up and breaks the neckline. Or it may be in a range for a couple more minutes or hours. So with this scenario in mind, I continue to monitor the chart. So you see how I monitor charts by candlesticks one by one, and I do this in any time frames. This is in 5-minute chart, but I do this in the daily time frame all the way down to the 5-minute chart every day. So let me move the candles quickly to see if it goes up or down. Okay, looks like the market gradually going down, so I will trail the profit in this direction. But so like this, I always think about the other side of the coin. So because it may be double bottom and the market goes up, maybe. In that case, I will be exiting here. And when it actually happens, I'm ready emotionally to exit here. But if you only expect the market go down, and if backside happens, then you might feel angry because the market didn't go towards the direction, and you exit emotionally, and you may be mad, you may be angry with this particular loss. So, but in this way, you can see markets in objective way and take rational trades. So so that's why I say, by thinking about two sides to find the third option is the very key for mindset every time you take trades. And because of this mindset, I'm able to run some profits every month and every year. So always think about what happens if I do A. If the market goes towards this direction, then what should I do? And if the market goes towards the direction B, then what should I do? One by one, when you monitor candles one by one, you think about this scenario, because the market is changing over time. So you have to monitor in this logical way by the price action and candlesticks. And if you're using Ichimoku, if you're using other indicators, you can apply the same mindset, because this is universal on whichever markets you're doing or whichever indicators or strategies you're using. So in the end, I want to say accept both ways, then make a decision is today's conclusion. So until you can accept the both scenario, you have to keep thinking about it. So like this. So now it's going down, but it may go up from here. It may go up this way, and it may become a inverse head and shoulders, and the market may turn bullish. Then what should I do? If you can accept the fact that the market may go up this way, and then you take trades, you monitor in this mindset so that you can get ready when the market goes either direction or in sideways. And this is what I learned when I was losing trades. I was reading the book, and also I was also reading some books from Buddhism, and also I was reading Ichimoku original books, and Goichi Hosoda also talks about a similar thing. Like I mentioned before, you have to take trades as if you have no positions. Even if you take a sell, never get biased towards the market. Never get biased in terms of its direction and in terms of its volatility, and also where it goes. We have to be neutral always when you take trades, when you see charts, even if you're taking trades. So so always remember to take trades in this global mindset is today's topic. Right, so that's it for today's session. I hope you learned something new on this live stream. So next week we have also big news. So tomorrow, when I cover the weekly forecast, I will also mention about the news. But next week, please practice this mindset. Before you take in trades, or before, right? Not after, but before you take trades, always think about both directions, and then take trades, and see how it helps you in its mindset. All right, so once again, thank you for joining, everyone. If you liked it, please press the like button, and I will see you on the next one. For those who are Ichimoku members, there will be an Ichimoku membership live stream in about 8 minutes, and we will cover the chapter 5 of Ichimoku Basic Masterbook. So I will see you there. Otherwise, I will see you on the next one tomorrow at the weekly forecast. So until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Right? Mata ne everyone. Bye for now. Thank you.